Yes, yes, yes. Yes, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can, let me know. If you can, let me know you can hear me. If you can't, let me know you can hear me, guys. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. Yes, guys. I am here. I am here, guys. I am here. Shout out to Cash Money. Shout out to John Perkins. We are here. We are here. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. Round number 1 already happening. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. It's going to be fun, this one. Moses Itauma. This is going to be fun, guys. Get in the comment section and let me know what you say. Round 1 is over. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. Who you guys got? Who have you guys got? Let's get the chat. Let's get the chat on the screen. All right, cool. So we got that on the screen right now. Cash Money said it's a close round. Yeah. It's a good fight, that one. All right, we're gonna get their scorecards. We're gonna get the scorecard on the screen in a bit. But so far, close round. First round is close. The first round is close. To be fair. Yeah. It's one of those fights where Ezra Taylor is looking to cause an upset, or even, you know, to land something big, which is very possible, isn't it? Willie Hutchinson is he's a tricky customer. He is. Willie Hutchinson. It's a good fighter, tricky customer. Close round the first round. Very close. Good shot from Taylor there. Oh, big shot from Taylor. This fight is catching fire. Good shot to the body from Hutchinson there. From Taylor, sorry. Hutchinson, he can't stay on the rope for too long. He needs to get off the ropes. Round number 2 done. Who you guys got? Who you guys got? Get in the comment section. Let me know. Get in the chat. Let me know who you got. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. I mean, the light heavyweight division is quite an interesting division. Yes. Shout out to Ade. Ade says, yes, boss. Yes, Ade. Hit the like button, guys. Welcome to the chat. This is going to be exciting. Moses Itauma, is he going to get the knockout? Or is Jermaine Franklin going to do the job? Is Jermaine Franklin going to surprise all of us and get the job done? Is he? Kashmir, Ade said, I can hear you, sir. Yes, Ade, welcome. I appreciate it, brother. Welcome to the live stream. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Let's get this one up there. Yeah, it's... Kashmir says he's got it 1-1. 1-1. Okay. I agree. I agree, Kashmir. It's, 1-1. Willie Hutchinson, he's quite slippery, isn't he? The light heavyweight division, yeah. I must be honest. It's one of those divisions where it's not the most deepest division at the moment. But there are some really good fights there. It reminds me of the of the cruiserweight division. It's not very deep, but there are some good fighters at the top. So, for example, guys like Joshua Buatsi are in there. Anthony Yard, he lost to David Benavidez the last time around. I'm not sure what position he's got right now in the cruiserweight division, but look, it's a decent division. And so is the lightweight division. I feel like sorry, in the lightweight division, I mean, when it comes to Anthony Yard. Light heavyweight division, sorry. Yeah. Kashmir says he's got it 2-1 to Willie Hutchinson. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like Ezra Taylor's got a lot more work to do. He has to get close. I think Willie is being a bit too clever, moving very well and moving away from the target. So yeah, so I'm not scoring this fight yet, guys. I have to. Yeah. The winner of this fight against Anthony Yard, I think, could be good. I feel like Yard could use, if he's coming back, unless he's retired. I don't think he is, because it looks like he's still around. But the winner of this fight against Anthony Yard would be quite interesting. Taylor is good, some good shots in there. But I feel like Ezra Taylor has to get a bit closer, because Willie Hutchinson is very slippery. And he's fighting on the outside for too long. Good jab to the body by Ezra Taylor. Yeah, I feel like that's another round for Ezra Taylor. For Willie Hutchinson. Is it Malik Scott? Malik Scott training Ezra Taylor. What are you guys thinking about Franklin though? Franklin came in quite heavy. I don't know what you guys think about that. Do you think Franklin has got anything to offer? Is it a mistake that he's coming quite heavy? Or do you think that, being heavy is going to help Franklin? Get in there. Let me know in the chat, guys, about Franklin being very heavy. Yeah, it's... Everybody has got Willie Hutchinson winning this fight so far. So Ezra Taylor has to do something. Look, they've got Willie Hutchinson 2 up already. So Ezra Taylor has to do something. You know? He has to do something. To be fair, they're mostly close rounds, so you give it to the guy that looks like he's doing the better work in these situations. Yeah. Yeah, they're both in the middle of the ring. Nobody wants to give away the advantage, and it looks like it's gonna be who. What did Kashmir said? I hope Franklin can go some rounds with Moses. We will see. Yeah, I think that's what everybody's hoping, isn't it? Because the conversation around Moses Itauma is always, we want to see him go rounds. We want to see him get tested. You want to see his chin get tested. You want to see his resilience get tested. So hopefully Franklin can pose some threats, can bring some problems and some questions to Moses Itauma, and we can see if he can answer those questions. Hopefully Franklin can do that. Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli is picking Moses Itauma to win this fight. Fair enough. I think everybody's picking Moses Itauma to win this fight. I've not seen one person. Actually, I put the poll on YouTube channel on the community tab, and some people actually picked Jermaine Franklin to cause an upset. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if he can cause the upset. So let's see how that goes. Yeah. Taylor has landed more jabs. Hutchinson had landed more power shots. And Hutchinson has landed more body shots as well. It's one of those fights where it looks like whoever will control the championship rounds, because there's 10 rounds, isn't it? So whoever will control round 8, 9, and 10, I feel like the referee, the judges will give that person the round, the fight. Sorry, that's how it looks like, because it's one of those fights where it's so close and nobody's doing like extremely incredible work. That's how I see it. Willie Hutchinson is winning most of the rounds, but he's doing it in a way where he's just nicking the rounds, not convincingly. And the rounds that Ezra Taylor has won hasn't also been convincing as well. So I think it depends on the last 3 rounds, so round 8, 9, and 10. Whoever looks good in those rounds will get the nod in this fight. Whoever looks good in those rounds will get the nod in this fight. That's how I see this one going, guys. But Willie Hutchinson does a lot of movement, He moves a lot. He moves a lot, Willie Hutchinson. I guess he's got the gas tank to be able to move like that. Look at that replay. Willie Hutchinson lands really good left hand. Kashmir says, Willie is fighting a good fight. Very controlled. Yeah. I think Willie is making it really awkward for Ezra Taylor. And Ezra Taylor has got to use his jab more, because you're fighting an awkward guy that moves here and there. He's not in one place at the same time. It's just difficult, right? You have to try and stop his momentum by, jabbing to the body, jabbing to the chest area, and then putting the right hand behind that. So, Taylor is losing this fight. He needs to do something. Ezra Taylor is losing this fight. He has to do something. He has to do something quick. Good shot. Good jab from Hutchinson. Yeah. Good rhythm from Willie Hutchinson. Like very fluid, very assured of his movements, and he's not wasting many punches, right? He's moving well, he's being economical, and he's scoring points. And Ezra Taylor just he just can't get around this style of Willie Hutchinson. But what he needs to do is use his jab more. I mean, it's 10 rounds. Like, Willie Hutchinson can move around for 10 rounds. He can move for 10 rounds. Just doing this. It's up to the fighter that's losing the fight to show some initiative. And that is Ezra Taylor in this fight. He has to show some initiative here. He has to go for the knockout. It's round 7. You've got 3 more rounds to go. Yeah. Kashmir, what do you think, Kashmir? What do you think about this fight so far? Do you think Willie is just going to run away with it, or do you think that Ezra Taylor is going to come back with something? Yeah. Kashmir says Willie is enjoying himself. Yeah. It looks like he's in a flow. It looks like he's enjoying himself, and you know, he looks like he's just enjoying himself over there, Willie Hutchinson. Kashmir says Ezra needs a knockout. Yeah. Yeah. Ezra needs a knockout. That's the only way he can win this fight. He's lost too many rounds to get it back by just winning on points. He has to get a knockout. He has to stop Willie Hutchinson there. Yeah. He needs a knockout. Taylor needs a knockout. He needs a knockout. Absolutely. He's not going to win this fight just faffing around like that. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Is it like you look at Ezra Taylor and you're thinking he's going to have power. Or maybe Malik Scott is not a very good trainer. Maybe Malik Scott hasn't got it. Maybe that's what it is, guys. Maybe Malik Scott is not the it's not the right trainer for him. I mean, I don't know who Malik Scott trains that is an elite fighter. Yeah. Willie's enjoying himself. Like Cash Money said. Absolutely. He's just in there, just enjoying himself. And Ezra Taylor's getting frustrated. Ezra is getting frustrated. And Willie's enjoying himself. Guys, get in the chat. If you just joined the stream, get in the chat and let me know what you think about this fight. Willie Hutchinson versus Ezra Taylor. And so far, Ezra Taylor is winning this fight. Willie Hutchinson is winning this fight. And it looks like Ezra Taylor needs a knockout. So what do you guys think about it? And also, Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin, the main event. You know, Moses Itauma comes in quite heavy. What do you guys think about that as well? So Jermaine Franklin weighs in at 242. No, Jermaine Franklin weighs in at 242, yeah. And Moses Itauma weighs in at 258. Is that correct? Is that correct? That's our referee has paused the fight. For what though? Ezra Taylor has got 2 rounds, basically 1.5 rounds to stop Willie Hutchinson. Otherwise, Willie has won this fight with ease. He throws that overhand right and misses, misses a lot. Yes, guys, get in the chat, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you picking Itauma to stop Franklin? And in what round are you picking Itauma to stop Franklin? Yeah. Taylor has won this fight. Hutchinson has won this fight. It's clear as day. Yeah, the thing is, every time that Ezra Taylor looks to load up, Hutchinson is gone. He's in range and then he's out of range. And it's so difficult to pin him down. That's the problem. It's so difficult to pin him down. He's inside and he's out. Cash Money said Ezra is getting schooled. Yeah. I couldn't disagree. Ezra Taylor is getting outboxed there. He's getting outclassed. It looks like he's feeling sorry for himself. He has to land something big in this round. He has to take something to the corner. Land a big shot. And take that to the corner. Then come out and finish the 10th round. But he couldn't do that. So it just seemed as though Moses Itauma was getting his hand wrapped. Moses Itauma is getting his hands wrapped now. Do you know what? The thing about Moses Itauma, he's not ripped. He's not ripped. He's got like a normal body, really. But the power that he possesses, I think, is the speed. Right? With Itauma is the speed. He's got power, but his speed is just frightening. And that is what, you know, sets him apart from the other guys. He's got too much speed and he punches really hard. So, all right, last round, round 10, Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. And the way it's looking, Willie's winning this fight easily. Taylor has to land something massive in this round. Willie Hutchinson looks like he wants to go for the knockout. And it looks like Willie wants to go for the knockout. So, yeah, he lands a good jab. But he has to put the right hand behind the jab. If you land the jab, you have to throw that right hand because you're going to get more success that way. Yeah. Ezra Taylor just got outfoxed there. He just got outboxed and outfoxed and outthought. He got outpunched. You know, he's just been dominated in every single aspect of the game, really. And you know, that's it. There's nothing else to say about this fight. It's that Ezra Taylor got outsmart, got outboxed. He got stopped. He got outthought. Let's put it that way, outfoxed, someone would say. Yeah, it's just I'm not sure. Cash Money says levels to the game. Ezra can rebuild and come again. Yeah, he can rebuild. Absolutely. It's not the end. You know, as I said, the light heavyweight division is, you know, it's not the most deep division. It's not like there's a bunch of killers everywhere. The top guys are really good, and then everybody else is down there, you know, fighting for relevancy. So Ezra Taylor is not the end for him. He can still come back, but maybe he needs to change trainers. Maybe he needs to get rid of Malik Scott because, you know, Malik Scott is not able to bring up a game plan that would allow him to be a success. And as you can see, he's just got outboxed. You know, he got outboxed there. Yeah. Willie has won that convincingly. Yes, guys. Willie has won that convincingly. Yeah. Yeah. He made it look easy. He made it look easy, guys. Just made it look easy. That's it. Yeah, he just out punched him. You know, Cash Money says masterclass. Cash Money says, come on, people, get in the chat. Yes. Guys, get in the chat. Get in the chat. Let me hear from you guys, man. How are you feeling about Moses Itauma? Back in the ring. Do you know what? I think Itauma should be fighting more. Seriously. I think Itauma should be fighting more than just, you know, one fight a year or two fights a year. Like, he's too young to not fighting enough fights a year. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think he should be fighting more. I don't think he's fighting enough for me. He needs to be active. He needs to be more active. Yeah, if Ben Whittaker wins his next fight, then put him in there with Willie Hutchinson. I think that's what you got to do. You got to put Ben Whittaker in there with Willie Hutchinson if he wins his next fight. You know, the hand cannot protect him forever. Yeah, 98 to 92 for 2 judges. Yeah, that's it. Willie Hutchinson wins that. It's unanimous. Every judge agrees that Willie Hutchinson has won this fight convincingly. Yeah. Yeah, good performance, man. Willie Hutchinson. Good performance. It is what it is at this point. Like, look, put Hutchinson in there with Ben Whittaker. That should be the that should be the next fight. That's it. Ha. Willie Hutchinson said he wants world title next. Willie Hutchinson. What exactly is what's wrong with Hutchinson? It's very loud, Hutchinson. Guys, let me know Just cast your vote and let me know who you got winning Itauma versus Franklin. Put your votes below and let me know what you think about it. Willie Hutchinson wins every round. Yeah. That's an interesting post-match reaction there from Willie Hutchinson and Ezra Taylor. They look like, you know, I mean, yes, someone in the chat says Franklin about to get beat up. Yeah, I think that's what everybody, you know, has been saying, that Franklin will get beat up. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be any different. I think Franklin will get stopped. I think it depends on which round, and it's only a matter of time. Franklin will get stopped in this fight, I think. Yeah. Willie Hutchinson definitely, has got, he's got a few fights left that he can take. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Willie Hutchinson wanted him more, and he was he looked like he was enjoying himself. Kashmir says yes, he will get beat up, but can he go some rounds? That is the thing, right? I think everybody is picking Itauma to stop Franklin. Absolutely, that is, it's a given, right? Everybody's picking him to stop him, but it's a matter of, can Franklin pose any threat to Moses Itauma? Can Franklin test Moses Itauma's resolve, his chin? Can he test his resilience? Those are the questions that we want to get answered. And if we can get those questions answered, I think that would be really good. If Franklin can land something big on Itauma, then it'll be interesting to see how he reacts. Because so far, Itauma has got everything his way. And, we need to see something different. So the next fight is Heeney versus Wbertton. Yeah. Yes, guys. Put your votes. Put your votes in the chat, guys. Let me know. Moses Itauma versus Franklin. Who are you picking to win? Let me know. Are you picking them to win a knockout? Look, it will be an absolute, how do you even say it? It will be a surprising event if Franklin is able to pull this off. If Franklin pulls this off, that would be a sight to see. That would be just incredible. You know? So let's see. If Franklin does it, it will be crazy. And you know, look, this is heavyweight boxing. Franklin can do it. This is boxing, right? He can land something big, and before you know, that's the end of it. Franklin can do that. Itauma, though, is the heavy favorite in this fight. And, you know, I've not seen anyone who has picked Franklin to win this fight. I think everybody's expecting Itauma to stop Franklin. So it will be a massive upset if, you know, Franklin is able to do it. It will just be a big upset. Massive. That would be crazy. That would just be absolutely crazy if Franklin goes and do it. If Franklin does it, that would be crazy. As I said, shout out to Legal Eagles. He says, hey, I'll be back for the main event. Yes, 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 brother. We're waiting for you to come back. We're waiting for you to come for the main event. So don't worry, just we're here. Legal Eagles 3654. He says, I'll be back for the main event. Absolutely. We're waiting for you. So whenever you're ready, check in. And let's experience something quite exciting from Itauma and Jermaine Franklin. Next week, Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. That's going to be a fight. That's going to be some fight. That's going to be a good fight. Next week, Derek Chisora versus... That's going to be an exciting one. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. Enzo from EMGM Sports and myself will be breaking that fight down next week. Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley in the ring. Dubois looks like he's ready to go. Fabio Wardley's looking, he's turned up in a suit. And Dubois and Wardley are facing off. Dubois looks like he's this is a good fight. This is a cracking fight. This fight is just an absolutely incredible fight. Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. It's such a great fight. Both guys are flawed in terms of their technical abilities. Although Daniel Dubois is a bit better, technical-wise than Fabio Wardley. But what they are is punches, both of them. Both of them are, heavy punches. So it's going to be an exciting fight. But they're both just flawed. They're both flawed fighters, really. Flawed punches, I would say. Both of them. So yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to that as well. So there's a lot we're gonna do about that fight. We'll break it down. Me and Enzo. We'll look to break that fight down. It's gonna be a good one, that fight. All right. Nathan Heeney versus Jerome Wbertton. Jerome Wbertton versus Nathan Heeney. Yeah. Guys, this is the co-main event, This guy's nickname is the Bread Maker, Wbertton. What kind of nickname is that? His name is the Bread Maker. Somebody is picking Franklin to win. Somebody's picking Franklin to win. That's quite interesting, that. All right. Co-main event, guys. Co-main event. Kashmir says, how do you think this fight will go? So Kashmir has got Heeney. I think I've got Heeney too, Kashmir. I think I've got Heeney too, so, you know. I think I've got Heeney as well. This guy is singing. Heeney is singing. He's just there singing. He's doing a concert. He needs to get in there and have a fight. He needs to get up there and have a fight. He's singing. This guy's jokes. This guy is jokes. He's in there just... He needs to get ready for a fight. He's there giving concerts and behaving like a pop star. Yeah, I think I've got Nathan Heeney on this one, Kashmir. But look, this is boxing, isn't it? This is a 10-round fight. Yeah. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a decent fight. I think everybody's waiting for the Itauma fight. So that's what everyone's waiting for. This guy is 16 2-2 with just 2 knockouts on his record. I'm not sure this Wbertton guy is going to do anything to Nathan Heeney. Kashmir says Heeney needs to win. He always has a massive fan following. Yeah, he does. But he has to do the job. He has to do the job, Heeney. He has to get in there and get the job done. Heeney has got 16 knockouts though. So he's got 16 knockouts. So if anybody's going to get knocked out in this fight, Heeney is the one that's going to get the knockout. He's got a big following. Yeah. All right. Round number 1. Heeney versus Jermaine Wbertton. Round number 1. Let's go. Heeney versus Wbertton. 10-round fight. Yeah. It looks like once Wbertton is hit with something, he's gonna go down. It just looks like this fight won't go the distance at all. Yeah. Heeney has got a few right hands in there. Big shot from Heeney there. Jeez. Big shot from Heeney. Yeah. Good shot from Heeney there. It's keeping it really tight, keeping it conservative, not throwing too many, wild shots that he's going to get countered. Oh. Big shot. Yeah. Round 1 definitely goes to Heeney there. It looks like the better fighter. He landed some really good shots there. And look, it just doesn't look like Wbertton has got anything to give back to Heeney. I just have a feeling that this fight is going to be it's going to end in a stoppage, this one. Shout out to John Parkinson. John, great to hear from you, John. John said Wilder by KO in round 8. Wow. John is picking Wilder to knock out Derek Chisora. He's the first person that has picked Wilder to win this fight. So that's interesting. And then John says that Wardley by big KO. Okay. That's some really interesting picks from John there. I respect that. I respect that prediction, John. Wilder to knock out Derek Chisora. Fair enough. Yeah, it looks like Wbertton is a sitting duck. It looks like Wbertton is a sitting duck. Yeah, just big right hands from Heeney there. He just landing at will. Wbertton comes back with a 1-2 down the pipe. Good shot as well from Wbertton. Good left hand by Wbertton. Because he's a southpaw. Good shot by Heeney to the body. Another shot to the body by Heeney. Another shot to the body again. Heeney's looking good. But he has to be careful because when he throws, he brings his head down, which is always an invitation to be countered by the left hand from Wbertton. So he has to be very careful, Heeney, not to be reckless. Because otherwise he will get countered. Big right hand. Another right hand through the guard. Ah. Big right hand through the guard and the left to the body from Heeney. Wbertton is saying that Wbertton shook his head and went, it didn't go through. Ah, big shot to the body. Big shot to the, like 2 shots to the body by Heeney there. Just bangs to the body. Wbertton keeps shaking his head as if, this is not going through, but he has to be careful. Can't take too many of those. It's a much busier second round. But I think Jermaine Franklin is on the screen right now. Guys, I think Franklin's gonna show something. Whether that will be enough. Whether that will be enough to win this fight, that's the question, right? Franklin is gonna show something now. I'm not sure if that would be enough to win this fight. Round 3. Let's go. Wbertton versus Heeney. And so far, I've given Heeney both rounds already. So far I've given Heeney the rounds. Oh, good job from Wbertton there. Good job from Wbertton. Good right hand from Heeney through the guard. Heeney has got the ring generalship, right? He's pushing Wbertton back. He's landing some shots. Good left hand by Wbertton. But then Heeney comes back with a shot. Good shot. Good body shot by Heeney there. Wbertton is doing really well in this round. So far, I feel like Wbertton is, having the better of the exchanges. Good shot by Wbertton there. Heeney is... Yeah. Big shot. That was a sneaky shot from Heeney through the guard. Good shot from Wbertton. Wbertton's 1-2 is really good from the southpaw stance. Really, really good. He's very sneaky. He's very deceptive the way he throws that shot, that 1-2. He throws like a jab, but then he turns the jab into an uppercut. It's very strange, and then he throws that southpaw backhand as well. So it's difficult to get. Oh, big shot by Heeney there, and I think Wbertton felt that. I think this round is Wbertton's round. This is Wbertton's round. Wbertton done really well in this round. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give that to Wbertton there. That was a good round. Round number 4. Heeney versus Wbertton is heating up. So far, as you can see my scorecard on your screen, I have given Heeney the fight so far. But it's really close because Wbertton, I think he lost the first 2 rounds and then he's coming on really strong and having a really strong 4th round. So, he's warming up into this fight and it's a 10-round fight. So there's plenty of time for Wbertton to take over this fight completely. Heeney, he has to wrestle back control of this fight. He cannot let this fight, he cannot let this fight go. He has to wrestle back control. He needs to keep his jab going. Good left hand by Heeney there, but his jab is lacking. Where is the jab? He's looking to throw just big shots. He gets close, let the jab go, and then the right hand behind that. It's no jab at all. And that's why he's giving Wbertton the opportunity to come into this fight. Because he's not controlling the fight. He's not controlling the fight the way he should. Good body shot by Heeney. But as I said, the jab is missing. There's no jab. Good body shot, sneaky body shot by Wbertton there. Heeney has got to let his hands go when he gets Wbertton in a corner. Oh, big body shot by Wbertton, and then he swivels around. Good job by Wbertton again. Some really good jab from Wbertton. Like I said, Heeney is not throwing enough jabs. He's just gone headhunting, really. You know, where is his jab? Why hasn't he got any jab? He's going to the body really well, though, I must say. Wbertton comes back with his own 1-2. You know what? I think I give that round to Wbertton because he's come back into this fight and it looks like he's, you know, it looks like he's having fun in there. Yes, I agree with Kashmir there. That is a Wbertton round there. That is a Wbertton round. He looks assured, you know? He looks assured. Daniel Dubois is talking crazy. Daniel Dubois is on his screen talking absolute crazy. Dubois is talking madness. Dubois said he's going to knock out Fabi Wardley. What do you guys think about that? Dubois says he knocks out Wardley. Yeah, that's a great fight. Dubois versus Wardley. It's a great fight, that. This fight is really close, right? Wbertton has come on strong. For me, it's 38-38. You know? It's 38-38 for me. Daniel Dubois versus Fabi Woodley is a cracking fight. What a fight. Absolute cracking fight, that fight. Dubois versus Wardley. Incredible fight. As I said, both fighters are flawed in terms of their technical abilities. But when it comes to power and stamina, it is there. Now, I think with that fight, you know, you have to think about Dubois' history of giving up in fights. And then you have to think about Fabi Wardley's history of, you know, staying in fights, although he's losing the rounds, and he stays in there and he finds something from somewhere. So I think that is going to definitely be a deciding factor in this fight. But the question is Dubois going to land something big? Oh, Heeney is bleeding. Heeney is bleeding out of his nose. Heeney's bleeding out of his nose. He has to, you know, as I said, there's no jabs at all from Heeney. And he's taking a lot of punishment. Although he's in a front foot, he's taking a lot of punishment because every time he gets in range, he gets hit with a jab and then a southpaw left hand behind that. So it's not looking good for him, for Heeney. It's not looking good for Heeney at all. You know? It's not looking good for him. He's bleeding crazy. Another Wbertton round for me. That's another Wbertton round there for me. a southpaw. I think Wbertton's southpaw stance is giving Heeney a lot of issues. I think that's what we're seeing. It's just, it's becoming difficult for Heeney to land anything. Because, the southpaw stance of Wbertton is giving him problems. For me, I've got Wbertton leading this fight. Yeah. Yeah, Heeney is stalking Wbertton, but he's not doing much with the jab. Like, he's trying to cut off the ring without using any jabs at all. Yeah. Legal Eagles 3654 says, I'm not sure who's winning this. I think Wbertton is winning this fight. I think he's been, from round 2 onwards, I think he's taken over the fight. He's been really patient. He's picking his shots. I think what is letting Heeney down is that he's not using his jabs at all. And so when he's in range, instead of using a jab and then going for the right hand, he likes to go to the body and then try to go to the head. But there's no jabs at all. And Wbertton is landing some really good jabs, landing some headshot. He's busted Heeney's nose. And for me, Wbertton is in the ascendancy in this fight. That's the way it looks. Although Heeney is on the front foot, Wbertton is having a bit more success, in my opinion. Legal Eagles. That's what I think about it anyway. Because Heeney is bleeding everywhere. And although he's landing some really good shots there, Moses Itauma has got his gloves signed. Yeah. Legal Eagle says, I wonder how judges will see it. Yeah, me too. I think it's interesting. I think Wbertton has taken over the fight. I think he's been a better fighter so far from round 2 onwards. And as you can see, I've got a 58-54 in favor of Wbertton because I think he's done a better work. So, it depends on what you like really with the judges. Do you like a fighter that is applying the pressure but not really landing a lot more convincing, shots? Or do you prefer the guy that is fighting on the back foot but picking off the guy that is fighting on the front foot, right? Do you like that work? The boxing IQ, the movement, the slick, hitting, and the back foot work. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer the front foot fighter that is not landing a lot, but he actually has the ring generalship? So I think that's how the judges. It depends on what sort of judge you are, but so far, if you look at it, Wbertton looks like he's doing a job, and Heeney's just walking up to him with no jab, and he's trying to get success that way, which is not working. I don't think it's working. I don't think you can get success that way. You need to throw your jab more. You need to be a bit more cuter than that. Good jab from Wbertton. Good combination from Wbertton there. Good shot from Heeney. He comes back with a flurry. Yeah. Wbertton looks like he's up for this. It looks like he's trained to fight on the back foot. It's a 10-round fight. 3 rounds more to go. And big shot from Wbertton there. It doesn't look like Wbertton has got the power to KO Heeney. But it looks like he's got a much better, boxing IQ than Heeney. Beautiful, beautiful boxing from Wbertton there. Absolutely beautiful. Just really good, picking his shots and, being decisive with the shots as well. Lovely boxing by Wbertton. He's winning this fight. Wbertton is winning this fight. I'm telling you. And I know that the referees may have it differently, but guys, I'm telling you, Wbertton is winning this fight. There's no two ways about it. As you can see on your screen, my scorecard says 65-68 in favor of Wbertton. Look at that. Good jab. Once again from Wbertton. Another uppercut. And then a straight left hand from the southpaw stance. Yeah, he's just enjoying himself in there, Wbertton. He needs to do something to change the trajectory of this fight, because although it's close, he's losing the fight. Heeney. It's a close fight, but he's losing the fight nonetheless. Round number 8. And so far, Wbertton is doing the better work. Yeah. He's doing some really good boxing, Wbertton. And there's nothing Kashmir says Nathan doesn't move his head. Yes, he doesn't move his head. And where is his jab? That's the question I've been asking myself the whole time, Kashmir. Where is his jab? Nathan Heeney is not throwing any jabs at all. Why is that? And where is the jab? Where is the jab gone? You know? Where is the jab? Where is the jab from Wbertton? You know, where is the jab? Where? How is he not? How is he not throwing too many jabs? That he's losing this fight, and he's getting pieced up in there. He's bleeding all over the place. He's not winning the rounds. Yeah, Heaney's losing this, guys. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. He's losing this fight, and he needs to do something about it. Otherwise, that'll be the end of it. You know, because as you can see there, Kashmir says Nathan doesn't move his head. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't move his head. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Heaney needs a big round. He needs something massive in this round. He needs to land something where, you know, otherwise he's not going to win this fight. Yeah. Doesn't move his head. And once again, Wbertton wins this run convincingly as well. Guys, what are your predictions? Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin. How do you guys see this one? Can Franklin show us something that we've never seen before? Wbertton is leading this fight, guys. That's the last round. Heeney looked good in the earlier rounds. And then for some reason, it just disappeared. Yeah. Heeney is... Yeah. It's not... Yeah. John Perkins says Itauma by bad decision. What does that even mean? John, what does it mean by bad decision? John Perkins says Itauma by bad decision. I don't know. Are they gonna rob Franklin, do you think? Wbertton has won this fight, guys. Wbertton has won this fight. Wbertton has won this fight. If they score it any other way, it's an absolute disgrace. If they score this fight any other ways, for me, if they score any other way, I think it's a disgrace. For me, I think it's 98. Wbertton has won this fight convincingly. For me, I think it's 98-92 in favor of Jerome Wbertton. That's it. Yes, shout out to David Gold X. David said Itauma goes the distance. Remember, I called it. Yeah. David has been saying that Itauma will go the distance. So, look. We'll see, won't we? And we'll see. David called it, to be fair. So let's see if that's going to be it. Yes. Yes. That's the right decision there. That is the right decision. That's the right decision. It couldn't be any other decision. This is the right decision. This is the right decision, guys. I'm telling you. The judges, it would have been a disgrace. It would have been a disgrace if the judges did not give. Good. Yeah. Kashmir says Wbertton won by a wide decision. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know. He won this fight convincingly. As I said, Nathan Heeney, you know, he didn't throw enough jab. Yeah. David Gold X says, Itauma gets a premature stoppage by an over-eager referee. I guess that has been a criticism, isn't it? Where a lot of people think, you know, Frank Warren's fighters are getting too many decisions, you know, quite early. So, look, let's see. Let's see. That could as well be the case there. So, let's see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if the referee would have any, you know, preferential treatment for Itauma. I mean, this is a Frank Warren card, so, you know, I'm expecting things to happen, guys. It's a Frank Warren card, so I'm expecting things to happen. No. Nathan Heeney feels like he's won this fight, but he hasn't. He's lost this fight, guys. Let's not rewrite history. He was in there. He didn't throw enough jabs, and he just got beaten by the better man. Yes, big up, Cove. Cove says, big up, Bright. I hope you're well, bro. Yes. I am well. I'm good, Kofi. I'm good, brother. We're here. Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin. I'm excited. It's the next fight on the card. What do you think about this fight, Kofi? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the chat. David Good X says, hopefully Howard Foster won't be the referee. he's been at the end of some really bad decisions, I would say. So, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them to get a referee that would have some really bad decisions there. Moses Itauma up next, guys. This is it. Itauma there's nowhere to hide. He has to perform. And Franklin has to do the job. If Franklin doesn't do anything in this fight, if Franklin doesn't do anything in this fight, it's not gonna be nice, isn't it? He has to show that he's got what it takes, Franklin. John Parkinson says Frank Warren card, Itauma will not lose. It's in the book of Warren. Yeah. Best believe it, Itauma is not losing this fight, guys. Whichever way it goes, they'll find a way for Itauma to win this fight. Unless Franklin knocks Itauma out cold. Like, out cold. Then there'll be no, dispute about it, and Itauma will win. But other than that, and Franklin will win, sorry. Either than that, guys, I think Itauma wins this fight any which way. Any which way at all, Itauma will win this fight. On a Frank Warren card, as some of the guys are saying, Itauma is going to win this fight. Franklin's only chance, is to knock Itauma out cold. That's the only chance he's got, Franklin. So it'll be interesting to see if he's got the ability. I don't think he has. I think, his feet are a bit too slow to get to the target of Itauma. I think Itauma has got, quick hand speed, which is going to give Franklin a lot of troubles if Franklin was to come in. And the thing is, Franklin is shorter than Itauma. So that means that Franklin has to come in low to land his shots, which means that Itauma, can look to land the uppercut as well, because Franklin will come in low and that uppercut would be a good option. So whichever way that Franklin wants to come in, I think he's got a problem to overcome. And I would be surprised if Franklin pulls this off. I would be absolutely flabbergasted. And I think a lot of you guys would be as well. If Franklin was to do this, I think everybody would be just absolutely gobsmacked. Like, you're just thinking, how has he been able to do that, right? I think that's what a lot of people would think. Like, how has he done that? If Franklin does it. But This is heavyweight boxing, guys. This is why we love it, right? One shot there can change everything. One shot can change everything in the heavyweight division, and that's why we love it. So, let's see. Kashmir says, Howard stopped the fight. Foster's. Howard stopped the fight. Foster's. Yeah. It's pathetic, really. Kofi said, I've got Itauma inside 5 rounds. Franklin's durable, but I'm hoping to see Itauma's speed. I don't think he gets him with the first flurry. He will wear him down. But yeah, let's see how it pans out. Yeah. I agree. I think Franklin will be resolute. I think Franklin will be resilient in there. I think because of his pride, he won't want to get knocked out, and I think he'll stay in there for a bit longer. But I think ultimately, Itauma will get rid of him. Yes, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, then please do me a favor, hit the like button, because, you know, the more likes we have, the more this video is promoted by YouTube to go out there so that lots of people will join the live. So if you have not hit the like button, then please do me a favor, hit the like button and support this stream as well. Thank you, guys. David God X. David said, one thing I think will trouble Franklin is the speed. I think Franklin will be very negative and come to survive. Yes, I said it. I think the speed will be too much. I think, you know, Itauma would be too fast for Franklin. I think when he lands, you know, Franklin will know about it. He'll know that there's some shots in here. So it's up to Franklin how he deals with this fight. John Perkins says Franklin does look ready and mean, though. Yes. I must say it. Franklin looks like he's ready for this fight. Franklin looks like this is it. You know, this is his opportunity. If Franklin, if for some reason, guys, let's be honest, if Franklin pulls off this upset, it's a massive win. It's a massive win for his career. You know, if Franklin pulls this off, the sky's the limit for him. So, you know, he knows what's at stake and he has to do the job. So, let's see. This is it, guys. Get in the comment section, get in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Moses Itauma is coming to the ring, and Franklin is also coming to the ring very soon. So, this is what we've been waiting for, guys. David said, unless Itauma has a glass chin, I can't see Franklin knocking out Itauma in my wildest dream. Yeah. I agree. I can't see it, but this is heavyweight boxing, guys. This is why I'm so excited about this fight, because that 1%, that little percentage of chance that every heavyweight have got in that ring could mean everything, right? It means everything. This is boxing, and that one shot just changes everything. And that's what Itauma has to deal with. John Parkinson said, if Itauma doesn't take him in 4, he's in for a pain. He's in for some pain. Yeah. I mean, if Itauma doesn't take him out, you know, then you're thinking, how is Franklin gonna feel in that ring when it's 5 rounds and he's still in there and Itauma's still in there? How is he gonna feel? Is he gonna get more, you know, confidence? Is he taking more confidence from that? Maybe, you know, maybe. But I don't think, you know, I don't think anybody's expecting Franklin to land something massive. But guys, you never know. This is why we love boxing. This is why we love it, because Anything can happen. Franklin is 32. Itauma is 21. That's it. Main event, guys. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Kashmir says, let's go. Yes. There he is. Boxing Monkey says, greeting from Sydney. I just want to see Moses giving a gut check and see what he's made of. Hope it gets past 5 rounds. Hey, shout out to Boxing Monkey. And shout out to Sydney. Look, I think everybody's expecting Itauma to face some adversity, see what he's made of. And, you know, that's what Boxing Monkey says there. He wants to see him get checked and see see what he's made of. See if he's made of the hard stuff, right? That you need to be the ruler of the heavyweight division. So let's see how it goes. Franklin looks focused, guys. Franklin looks focused. He is. Kofi says, let's go. Yeah. Franklin looks focused. It looks like, you know, Franklin looks like he's in there. He's got a purpose. Franklin looks purposeful. Let's put it that way. And now Itauma is coming in the ring. That's it. Itauma comes to the ring now. Who's bringing Itauma out? Who's this? Who's wearing a ski mask? Itauma is coming out now. Guys, any final thoughts? Any final thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts? David Gold X says, geez, it's Meeks. Yeah. Itauma brings the rappers out. He has to perform now. Itauma has to perform now. There's no turning back. Legal Eagles 3654 says it's time. Yes, it is time, brother. It is time. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. John Perkins says, I read where Itauma got KO'd in sparring about a month ago by someone in Itauma's camp. Could be a surprise. Yeah. I've not seen this. I've not seen this news that John Perkins is talking about, but I can imagine. You know, people get knocked out in sparring all the time. People get knocked out in sparring all the time. The problem is when you know, they talk about sparring outside of sparring. That's when it becomes a problem, isn't it? Because you don't want that. David Goddard said it's a UK rapper called Meeks. Yeah, I didn't know who Meeks was until today. But fair enough. You know, bring the rappers out. Boxing Monkey says Itauma in 6 rounds. Guys, I've received so many different predictions. I picked me and Enzo from EM Gym Sports did a collaboration. We did a breakdown and and we gave our final predictions for this fight. And I said that I think Itauma would win this fight in 5 rounds. So by round 5, you get rid of Franklin. Enzo from EMGM Sports said that Itauma will get rid of Franklin in 3 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. And Boxing Monkey is saying that 6 rounds. And I think a few people have said 5 rounds. As you can see, you know, Boxing Monkey says that, you know, he hopes it goes past 5 rounds. There's a few people that have said that. You know, you got John Perkins says if Itauma take him out in 4, he's in for some pain. So if he doesn't take him out in 4, then he's in for some pain. So yeah, you know, people are picking Itauma to do it pretty quickly. Yeah. I hope Itauma does it and does it quick. If he doesn't, then we're in for a fight, and that's what we want, isn't it? We want to see a fight. That's why we're paying to watch it. We want to see a fight. So yes. Shout out to Sensei Lawrence. Sensei Lawrence says, I've heard Franklin has struggled to adapt to the southpaw stance. That could be a problem if true. Yes, absolutely. If Franklin doesn't know how to fight southpaws, he's in a wrong fight. He's in a wrong fight. If Franklin doesn't know how to fight southpaws, he's in a wrong fight. I'm telling you. David Good says, thank God it's not Howard Foster. yeah. Thank God it's not Howard Foster, because we don't want any contentious decisions from referees and stuff like that. Like, we want the fight to be fair. We don't want Howard Foster stopping fights here and there. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is it, guys. Franklin is being announced. Itauma is being announced. Boxing Monkey says, could this be Moses James Tillis' moment when he was first guy to take Iron Mike Tyson to the distance? That could be. That could be. Funny enough, today I rewatched Mike Tyson versus Tony Tucker for the undisputed heavyweight championship belt. That was a good fight. Tyson couldn't get rid of Tony Tucker, but Tony Tucker was like 6'7". Really good heavyweight, Tony Tucker. And Mike Tyson just couldn't get rid of him. He won that fight on points. I watched it today, this afternoon. That was a good fight. So, as Boxing Monkey mentioned, James Tillis versus Mike Tyson, it just reminds me of that fight. Tony Tucker versus Mike Tyson. David Good X replies to Boxing Monkey to say that Itauma has been taking the distance twice. Yeah, but when was that? That was a long time ago, isn't it? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. This is it. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. If you haven't liked yet, then don't forget to like. But this is it. Let's go. Itauma is ready. Franklin is ready. Franklin looks like he's put on some timber. This is it. Round number 1. Let's go. Let's see. Franklin doesn't want to take a step back. He doesn't want to get put on a back foot. Itauma throws a southpaw left. Let's see how Franklin deals with this. What Franklin is doing is he's keeping Itauma's right hand busy. Good shot to the body by Itauma. Franklin comes back, but Itauma is so quick with that southpaw backhand. Jeez, that was quick. Oh. That's a big shot from Itauma there. Franklin goes back. But he needs to get off the ropes, Franklin. Big shot to the body by Franklin. And Itauma, that counter is just brilliant. Itauma's counter is crazy. Crazy fast, that counter. Jeez. Big shot. The hand speed is crazy from Itauma. Franklin needs to get off the ropes. He needs to circle around the ring. He's staying in that corner for too long. Do you know what Franklin is doing is he's staying really compact. You know, he's staying compact. He's not moving away. He's staying compact and, you know, he's staying in range to be able to land some counters as well, Franklin. Good shot from Itauma. Franklin needs to get off the corner. He needs to circle around and just change the direction of where they're fighting, really, because it's just in one place. He can't stay there for too long. He'll get hit with something. This is it. Move around the ring. Itauma is just landing, fast shots there. Kashmir says this won't last long. Ah. Oh. Franklin is on Itauma's chest. Do you know what? Franklin has got a game plan, guys. Franklin has a game plan. Oh! Big shot from Itauma. Franklin is still in there. Franklin's throwing hands in there. Franklin's not going anywhere. Oh, round 1 is gone. Itauma stuns Franklin with a massive southpaw backhand. Wow. A massive southpaw backhand there. Itauma stuns Franklin with that shot. Jeez. That was fast. That was fast. Guys, get in the chat. Let me know what you think about that first round. How are you seeing that? That was some quick shot there. Jeez. He stuns Franklin with that big shot, guys. That was so fast. I don't think Franklin saw that coming. Kashmir says, blimey. Look at that. Look at that shot. David says, damn. Itauma is a beast. I might have to eat crow. Wait. Do you know what? Franklin needs to get off. He's staying at one place for too long. Just change the geography of the ring. Just move around. He's standing there. He'll take too many big shots. But what Itauma is doing is he's changing the levels. Something that Usyk does really well. Franklin is not playing games. He's there, but Itauma's winning this fight. He's just landing some really good shots there. Good job from Itauma. Good left, right from Itauma there. Itauma is keeping Franklin's left hand busy. So Franklin doesn't throw a lot of jabs because, you know, he's focused on Itauma's right hand so much. Itauma made a mistake there, overextend his left hand and left himself open, but Franklin could not capitalize on that. Itauma is stalking Franklin. Itauma is stalking his prey. Itauma misses. Franklin comes back. He misses as well. Franklin throws a jab to the body. Itauma goes back. It doesn't land. Itauma tries to land a jab. I feel like something big is about to happen. At any moment in this fight, Itauma will land something and end this fight. Or Franklin will surprise all of us and do something incredible. It's only a matter of time. Big shot to the body by Franklin. Itauma stumbles back onto the front foot. Good body shot from Itauma. Franklin says it doesn't hurt. Oh! Big left hand from Itauma there. Franklin puts his tongue out. Good uppercut from Itauma from a southpaw stance with his right hand. Franklin needs to get off the ropes. How many times? That's it. Good. Get off the ropes. Just move around the ring. Change where you're stand. Oh! Big left hand from Itauma there. Franklin shook his head. Franklin needs to throw something. Itauma is having his way. Itauma is having his way. He's just, you know. Oh. Big uppercut from Itauma there. But Franklin is still there. Round 2, Franklin is still in this fight. Round 2 and Franklin is still in there. He's not gone anywhere. He's losing the rounds. But maybe this is the game plan, right? Maybe this is the game plan for Franklin to take Itauma into the latter rounds. Take him past 5 rounds. And then see what he can do. What are you guys saying in the comments, guys? Let me read some of the comments because this is getting interesting. Kofi says, this is what I'm saying, bro. He's got that stubborn disposition, gonna take an accumulation of shots to get him out of there. Yeah. What Franklin does is he's stubborn. He's taking some big shots there, but he's still in there. Itauma lands some big shots there, and Franklin's not moving, right? Round number 3. You see, my thing with Franklin is he's in that ring. He's on that side of the ring for too long. He needs to get out of there. Itauma's still stalking Franklin again. Franklin throws a haymaker and misses. Franklin's still in there. Franklin is in there. Oh, Itauma misses the left hand. Good shot from Franklin there. Just misses Itauma's chin by a whisker. Oh, big shot from Itauma. Franklin takes that really well. One, two to the head and body by Itauma. Franklin needs to get off the ropes. He needs to get off the ropes. He stays on that ropes. It's only going to be a matter of time, guys. I keep saying it. Good shot from Itauma there. Is it Franklin's game plan to take Itauma to the latter rounds, past 5 rounds, and see if he can swim? If he takes him into deep waters, it'll be interesting to see if he can swim. Yeah. Oh, Good shot by Itauma there. Good job. Itauma is pouring at Franklin's. You know, he's trying to get Franklin to make a mistake there. You know, he's drawing up the lead, get him to make a mistake, and then land that left hand. And Franklin has to make it into a physical fight. Oh, I think Franklin is hurt with that body shot. Itauma is now targeting the body a little bit more. Oh! What a shot from Itauma. Big right hand there. And Franklin is on the canvas. Referee is counting. Is he okay? Is it going to continue in this fight? 18 seconds on the clock. Itauma is going to go for the knockout here. Is he going to get the knockout? Can Franklin survive this round? Oh, big shots from Itauma there. Franklin is hurt. Throws a haymaker. Franklin has to survive. Franklin has survived. Wow. Franklin has survived that. That was a big right hand from Itauma there. And Franklin survives that. Guys, we have a fight. If Itauma does not knock Franklin down, or if Itauma does not knock Franklin out in the next round, we have a fight on our hands. That was a big right hand, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a chopping right hand on the temple of Franklin, and he goes down. But you look, that is a temple shot. That can happen always. You know, it messes about with your equilibrium, and then your legs are gone. So, you know, but that's a 10-8 round. That's a 10-8 round now. That's a 10-8 round. Can Itauma do something in this round? Franklin was down in the last round. Can Itauma capitalize on that and stop Franklin now? Oh, big hand, another right hand from Itauma there. Franklin knows that it's probably the beginning of the end there. He has to survive this fight. He needs to stay off the ropes. Itauma is going for the knockout now, but Itauma is making mistakes because he's lunging in, leaving himself open. And if he doesn't take care, Franklin will capitalize on those mistakes. If Itauma does not take care, Franklin will capitalize on those mistakes. Franklin is surviving, guys. Franklin, you know what? Franklin is not going backwards. He's taking the fight to Itauma. He's saying, if you want to knock me out, you need to come and get me because I'm not going anywhere. That's what Franklin is doing there. Oh. Itauma is stalking Franklin. He's got Franklin in a corner there. What's going to happen here? Franklin needs to get off the corner. He needs to get out of the corner. If he stays in the corner, he's going to get knocked out. He needs to get out of the corner. Round number 4, Franklin was down in round number 3. That was a 10-8 round to Itauma. Franklin has been down, but he's staying in there. He's staying in there, Franklin. Franklin's staying in there. He's not giving up in this fight. But Franklin has to get busy. He needs to throw something back. So far, it's Itauma all the way. So far, it's Itauma getting all the success. So far, it's Itauma getting all the success, and Franklin needs to do something. He cannot keep taking big shots because, you know, he'll lose some of his gas tank if he keeps taking those big shots. Another round for Itauma. But Franklin, look, I predicted, round 5 knockout. It's gone past. It's now, the next round is round 5. Let's read some comments. David says, if Franklin can stick in there for another 2 rounds, Itauma will start slowing down. Let's see about that. Ben Newman says Moses was close to being 100% in a fight with White because I heard something happened to Moses. He had a problem. I didn't know about that. Ben Newman says, can Franklin or anyone land anything on Moses? We'll see. Kofi says yes. Round number 5 and Franklin is still in there. He survived a knockdown in round number 3. So can he survive a little bit more? This is a 10-round fight. So far, Itauma has won every single round of this fight. But this fight is not over because at any single moment, this fight can end. At any single moment. Good jab to the body by Itauma. Franklin comes back. Franklin throws a big right hand and misses. Franklin is moving around the ring better than he did before. Itauma misses another left hand to the body. Whoa! Itauma's missing a lot here. Oh! Big shot by Itauma there. Do you know what? Whoa. Shot misses by Itauma there. Franklin tries a shot. Do you know what? Franklin has to stay on. Oh! Big uppercut. Franklin is down. Oh! That's the end of it. This is it. Referee waves it off. Franklin is done. Oh my goodness. What a shot. That is a big uppercut. That is a big right hand uppercut from Itauma there. Franklin did not see it coming. What a shot. Oh my goodness. That came out of nowhere. Oh my God. What a shot. What an incredible KO. Round number 5. I called it. I said this fight will end in round number 5. And that's exactly what we've seen there. Moses Itauma stops Jermaine Franklin by an incredible KO in round number 5. He didn't see it coming. Franklin did not see it coming. Franklin did not see it coming. That was a shot. That was some shot. What a shot. That was so fast. That was some knockout. That was a good shot. That was a good shot from Itauma. Look at that. Ah. Big uppercut. It's a big left uppercut. I thought it was the right hand. Ah. Franklin was in a world of trouble. Ah. What a shot. What a shot. And look at that. Franklin was nowhere. What a shot. Incredible KO. It's just a destructive shot there. And there's nothing that Franklin can do about it. I was going to say that Franklin needs to make this into a close fight. He needs to get on Itauma's chest. But then, out of nowhere, he just lands that shot. And Franklin was never going to get up from that shot. That was a big left uppercut. He was never going to get up from that shot. Never. Jeez. Let's read some comments. David Godek says, Itauma hits behind the head a little too much. Yeah, sometimes he does because he's trying to bring the hand down. Cope says, crazy the body work weakened him. Yes. He took a lot of body shots there, and you know that messes about with your gas tank, and it's only a matter of time. You know, it was only a matter of time. Kashmir says next round and game over. Yeah. Look, I picked round 5, and that's exactly what we saw there. Round 5 knockout. Boxing Monkey says Franklin earning his money and respect to the guy. Yes, Franklin, to be fair with him, he stayed in there. He took some big shots, but he stayed in there. He was resolute. He was resilient. You know, he didn't want to go down anyhow, and he fought with pride. But in the end, that was an incredible shot. The uppercut. That was an incredible uppercut. You know, that would knock anyone out. And, you know, Franklin just got taken out. David Gold X is just laughing now, isn't he? Ben Newman says, how do you think Parker would do facing Moses Itauma? I think that's a good fight. I think Parker would do better than Franklin because Parker is a much better fighter than Franklin, definitely. Kofi says the real battle for Franklin is getting to the end of the bout. Yeah. He wasn't. You know, he was taking too many big shots in there, Franklin. So you knew that it was only a matter of time until, you know, he gets stopped because he got knocked down in round 3. He got knocked down in round 3, and that was a big knockdown. So Moses knew that he could land something big again. And, you know, from round 4, 5, you know, Itauma was just, you know, trying to find the big shot, and he found it in round 5. And that was the end of it, really. So, you know, credit to Franklin though. He came to fight. But, you know, he was just KO'd. You know? He was KO'd in round 5, and that's the end of it, really. Sensei said Itauma purposefully targets the back of the head in all his fights. Yeah, because he knows that if he hits the equilibrium, that's it. That's the end of the legs. Your legs is gone. And basically that's it. So, you know, that's the way it is, isn't it? David says, damn. Because that shot was a vicious shot, right? And Franklin was out on his feet. Franklin was basically out on his feet. Like Franklin was out on his feet, guys. Like that's how big that shot was. Kashmir says, "Oh my goodness." Cove says, "Yo, I think that's when the shot landed. That's when Cove says, yo, that was a shot. I thought it was a right uppercut, but it was the left uppercut. It was so fast and so sneaky that Franklin did not see it coming. David Gold said, credit where it's due. Yeah, credit where credit's due. Yeah, Cove said round 5 prediction. Yeah, when me and Enzo from EMGM Sports, when we did the prediction video and the breakdown, I said that this fight will end in round 5. So I was right with my prediction there. Round 5 knockout. And yeah, it was from an uppercut as well, which started it. So good prediction. Kashmir says Moses is special. Yeah, so far so good. So far he's special. John Perkins says good show, champ. Yeah, John, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. It was great. It's always great doing these live watch along with you guys, man. Like I really appreciate you guys just coming on here and you know, supporting the community and really helping this community grow. I appreciate you guys. Ben Newman says, I'm fed up with them giving Moses easy fights. Well, who would you like Moses to fight next, Ben? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, Ben. Who would you like to see Moses fight next? Because, you know, so far he's blowing everyone out of the water. So what are we going to do? David Gold said, I'm eating crow tonight. Itauma's the truth. Yeah, I mean, you just had a wrong prediction. It's boxing. It's boxing. It's heavyweight boxing. Right? Anything can happen, and you had a wrong prediction. It is what it is. Legal Eagle says, cheers, mate. See you all soon. Yes. Legal Eagle, thank you very much for joining the chat, and see you next time, brother. I appreciate it. Look, I think Itauma needs to stay busy. This whole fighting once or twice a year is not going to work. He's too young to be, you know, not active. He needs to be active. He needs to be out there, you know, being active and fighting as much as he can. You know? Yeah. Cove said, hope he gets the respect he deserves and people stop shitting on him, on his name. Itauma is the future of the heavyweight. He's special talent. Yeah, he is. He's a special talent, Itauma is. Absolutely. 100%. Nick Alexandro says Itauma looked for the first time athletic. Yeah, I agree with what Nick is saying. But that's because Nick, he didn't knock Franklin out in the first or second round. It took him 5 rounds. So then we get to see his athleticism in there. And it was really hard for Franklin to land any shot on Itauma because he's so good with his distance control in and out, using his jab, you know, and he's got fast hands. And he showed that, you know, he's athletic. Boxing Monkey says, Justice Heeney next, please. Yeah, that would be a good fight. Justice Heeney versus Moses Itauma would be a really good fight. Justice Heeney is fighting Fraser Clark on a Tyson Fury versus Makhmudov card. So that would be really interesting to see how that fight goes. And if Justice Heeney comes through that fight, then yeah, absolutely. They should make Heeney versus Moses Itauma. I think that would be a really good fight. Ben Newman says it's hard to say maybe Daniel or Parker or someone who brings a harder challenge. I would like to see Moses fight next. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'll match him well the next time, because what they're trying to do is trying to build him up, you know, consistently. They're trying to build him up very well. And make sure that he doesn't take a big shot that he doesn't need to take. So, you know, we'll see. Boxing Monkey says, or baby Miller next. Yeah, Miller versus Itauma will be a good fight for Itauma. Absolutely. Ben Newman says, Wardley, I think, would like to see Moses fight. For all we know, maybe he might not even do much better facing him. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, won't we? It'll be interesting to see who they choose Moses to fight next. It'll be interesting to see. Nick Alexandro. Nick said, I'm speaking about his body condition. He has to change trainer. Oh, really? You don't think, you think he should put on more muscles? Let me know, Nick. Do you think Itauma should put on more? Is that what you mean with athleticism? Like you want him to be chiseled and six packs, and is that what you're expecting Itauma to be? If that is what you're expecting him to be, then Ben Davison, I think his training methods are a bit different to other fighters. So, I'm not sure about that, but I think that they'll match him. I think they'll match him well in the next fight. I don't think he's gonna leave Ben Davison though, Nick. I don't think Itauma is gonna leave Ben Davison, Nick. I think they've had good wins, and it looks like Itauma is doing well with Ben Davison. So if it's not broken, then don't fix it, right? So I think they're gonna stay together. Boxing Monkey says, if Moses is this quick now, imagine how fast when he's off the weed. Or has he been smoking weed? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, then please hit the like button if you have not done so yet. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Is Moses Itauma smoking weed? Has he been smoking weed? Let me know if you know. What's this comment here? Kofi says, Nick, you're talking waffle. Do you mean that when he says that he needs to change trainers? Let's see. Ben Newman says, I don't think AJ will fight Moses next. I just can't see it. No. Of course not. Joshua is going to fight a decent fighter, that is not in the top 10. And then you try and fight Tyson Fury end of the year. I don't think Joshua and Itauma will fight. I don't think Joshua wants to take that risk. Why would he take that? Itauma has nothing to give Joshua. So why would Joshua want to fight Itauma? Twin Profile says, Moses is the guy. What an exciting fighter to watch. Yeah, he's good. Moses is good. He's fast. He hits hard. He's got good boxing brain. His distance control is really good. He's a southpaw, which is always a nightmare for any orthodox fighter. And he's got sneaky shots. And what we saw there was an incredible left uppercut that came from nowhere. And that shot could have knocked anyone out. Anyone could have been knocked out by that shot there. So I agree with Twin Profile saying that Moses is the guy. He is. So far, he's beaten everyone. He's knocked everyone out. He's going through people. So yeah, you can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with that. Nick Alexandro says now is in good condition. Davidson can't make him technically better boxer. So you're saying that Itauma should leave Ben Davison. Is that what you're saying, Nick? Okay, who would you think would be the better trainer for Itauma? Let me know in the chat, Nick. Who do you think would be a better trainer for Itauma if it is not Ben Davison right now? Let me know in the chat, Nick. David Godek says, I think it's fair to say Itauma is a top 5 heavyweight. I think it might be a bit early, isn't it, to say Itauma's top 5 right now. I think it might be early to say Itauma's top 5. I think it's a bit early, but you can't deny him anymore. You can't deny, you can't deny his impact. You can't deny his, his ability to get knockouts, his boxing IQ, his fast, combinations. You can't deny that anymore. So, yeah, you can't. Ben Newman says maybe at the same age, Usyk might have been just as fast as Moses. Yeah, but Usyk started in the cruiserweight, so he was fast anyway. He was fast, he was nimble, and Usyk was just, a masterful boxer. Usyk is definitely a better boxer than Itauma. And in terms of, being quick, Itauma, Usyk is from the cruiserweight, so he's going to look quicker than Itauma anyway because he's coming from a lower weight division. Coach says, yeah, he's doing well under Ben. Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good with Ben Davison. There's no need to change, right? There's no point in changing trainers right now because he's looking good. He's punching harder. He's fast on his feet. He's getting KOs. He's dominating fights. He's having good time with Ben Davison. So I don't think they will change that anytime soon. David says Itauma has been punch perfect under Ben Davison. Yeah. They've won everything. So there's no point in changing, I don't think. I don't think he will. Kofi said the uppercut sent him to the outer realm. Put Dookie to sleep. Yeah. That was an incredible shot. Wow. That was an absolutely incredible shot. That was an incredible shot. Absolutely incredible shot, that. Nick Alexander says, I can't say, but we know that Joshua is trading with Usyk's team. Yeah, Joshua's training with Usyk's team. So it'll be interesting to see, how Joshua comes back, who he fights, and how he looks when he fights, because Joshua's been in a serious accident. For all we know, it's affected him physically, mentally, emotionally. We don't know. And until Joshua is in a ring, we won't know. We will not know how he, how he reacts to certain things in the ring. So it'll be interesting to see when Joshua comes back. Twin Profile says Usyk is fast, but punch power from Moses is insane. Yeah, of course, absolutely. But the thing is, Usyk was in a cruiserweight, so at this age, Itauma is hits harder than Usyk anyway, because Itauma is a full-fledged heavyweight, and even at this moment, Itauma looks like he hits harder than Usyk anyway. So Moses is looking good. Moses is looking pretty good. Kofi says you're just trying to shit on Davison. He might not fit with everyone, but he's gelling with Itauma very well. It's still early days, and there's no flaws that any fighter has exposed yet. Yeah. I mean, it's still early days, isn't it? It's still early days. It'll be interesting to see, who they match Itauma with next. Excuse me, and we'll see. We'll see if someone can test him. We'll see if someone can test Itauma. Boxing Monkey says, does Ben Davison look after Okoli? If not, then feed the octopus to Moses. Okoli is an octopus because of his fighting style. He fights. He just hugs. He hugs the whole time, isn't it, Okoli? But I'll be honest. Okoli is fighting the French guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. Tony. The French guy. So I think after that, if he hasn't got a fight, then Okoli versus Moses will be very interesting. I don't think Okoli will fight Moses, though. I think Okoli likes Moses. He said a lot of things about Moses. I don't think Okoli will fight Moses. Ben Newman says, when Fury said that Moses will KO all of them old men out of the jam, I think he would be able to do it to a younger Fury facing Moses at this age. Yeah. Uh, uh, Moses versus Fury at this age, if Fury was young, that's a much more difficult fight because Fury is awkward, isn't it? Herky jerky, just moves around too many times, and it's hard to pin him down. So I think Moses will struggle against a younger Fury. At this time, although Fury was knocked down by a cruiserweight, so anything could happen in that fight. John Perkins says, good call, Bright. Yes, I called it. I said 5-round stoppage knockout by Moses Itauma, and that's exactly what he does. So, yeah, I did call that. For once, I got my prediction right. Kashmir says, who next for Moses? I think Justice Heeney would be a good fight for Moses. Justice Heeney seems like a good opponent for Moses. I think Lawrence Okoli could be good. I think there's a few fights there that could be good for Moses. So it'll be interesting to see. Nick Alexander says Moses is special talent, and anyone want to be want the best for him. Yeah, he's a good fighter. Moses, he's special. Boxing Monkey says here. Kashmir says Tony Yoka. Yes, Okoli is fighting Tony Yoka next. So, that's why I said the French guy, Tony Yoka. So after that, Okoli versus Moses Itauma, that could be a good fight. Ben Newman says, breaking their arms without gloves would be like doing bad things coming back to haunt them in the end. Yeah, I mean, who's gonna fight without gloves? You're gonna break your hand if you fought without gloves. Kofi says, I want to see more build-up fights, but I also want to see him in with winner of Dubois versus Wardley. I don't think Frank Warren would put Moses in there with the winner of Wardley versus Dubois if the winner of Wardley versus Dubois looks incredible. If Dubois gets in there and absolutely destroys, Fabio Wardley, then I don't think Frank is going to put in there with Moses. And vice versa. If Wardley gets in there and stops and splatters Dubois all over the ring, then they're not going to put Itauma in there with him. But if they look bad winning that fight, if the fight goes on point and, it's a contentious decision, then Frank would feel confident in putting Itauma in there with the winner of that fight. So, for me, I think it depends on how that fight goes. I think that would depend on, who Frank is going to put in there to fight Itauma. So, yeah, that will be it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I think I think Itauma needs to be stepped up steadily, and I think he will get the opportunity to fight some good fighters, and we'll see what he's made of. We'll see what he's made of. Guys, it's been great, man. It's been great. It's been great, chatting with you guys about this Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin fight. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I think what we've seen is Itauma is special. That's it. That's basically it. Itauma is special, and yeah. So it's only a matter of time until he fights someone that can show him different looks, But so far, so good. So far, so good. So far, Itauma looks really good. And you gotta give him credit for that. You gotta give him credit. Absolutely. You have to give him credit for that. Frank Sanchez would be Ben Newman says smoking weed hasn't seemed to make Moses or Mike Tyson any wiser at boxing. yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't. Mike Tyson smokes too much weed, but I don't think he smoked that much weed when he was boxing. When he was in his prime, I don't think Mike Tyson was. But who knows? It's Mike Tyson. He was crazy in his prime. He could have been doing anything. Kofi said, same time, I don't want him to be champ just yet. Just continually build him up. Frank is the man to do it. Thanks for the watch along, bro. Yes, Kofi, thank you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all you guys, man, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's been really fun because, we've engaged. I've heard a lot of you guys' opinions and, I've given my thoughts as well. Moses Itauma is special. We've seen that. Franklin came to fight. He was resilient, but in the end, you knew that it was only a matter of time. In round 3, when Moses Itauma landed that, chopping right hand, I knew that it was only a matter of time before Franklin got stopped. And I called it. I said it in my prediction video that Franklin was going to get stopped in round 5. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, that's heavyweight boxing, isn't it? This is how it goes, And no, I don't think anybody was surprised. Itauma won this fight, convincingly. I think everybody predicted Itauma to win this fight. So there's no surprise there. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I am going to sign off. And I'm going to just do my post-fight reaction after this. So I'm going to sign off, do my post-fight reaction. And sort of summarize this fight because I think we've seen something incredible. We've seen Moses Itauma go 5 rounds with a fighter that is credible. That's never been knocked out before. That's never been stopped before. So he's ticked something off the box, right? He's ticked one of the boxes that I was always asking for Itauma to tick. And so, it's about what he does next. It'll be interesting to see what he does next. And we'll talk about that in a separate video. Who should Moses Itauma fight next? But it looks like, the sky's the limit for Moses Itauma. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for everything. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next week. Next week, we're doing Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora fight card. We're doing a live watch along for that. We're doing a live watch along for Tyson Fury versus Makhmudov. We're doing a live watch along for all the heavyweight fights and also many other fights as well. So if you've joined this live watch along, then don't forget, always come and join this live because we have a lot of fun on this channel talking about boxing, discussing it. I will be doing a lot of content with Enzo from EMGM Sports. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos that I've been doing with Enzo, our collaboration. I've received a lot of positive notes and comments from me and Enzo, doing a collab. And I think we're going to keep doing it because, we bounce off each other very well. He's got a really good channel. He likes my channel. I like his channel. And I think it's really good that we come together and talk about boxing and, discuss boxing with you guys as well. As you guys know, I respond to every single message on my channel, every single comment. I try my best to respond to it. So, I'll be doing a lot more content with Enzo. We've got a lot more coming out. And let me know if you guys have seen the things that I'm doing with Enzo and what you think about it. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Next week, we will be back. Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora, card. We'll be doing that watch along as well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on there because it's exciting. And let's keep doing it. Thank you. I'm gonna sign off, and let's just look at these comments before we sign off. Boxing Monkey says, "Nice work, Bright." Yes, thank you very much, my bro. Thank you for coming on, and shout out to Sydney. You know, I hope you're having a good time over there. You know, let me know when you come back to the UK, brother. Boxing Monkey. Nick Alexander, thank you for joining the live watch along. I appreciate it. You know, thank you for coming on. Kashmir, thank you very much, bro. Really appreciate it. Always good doing these live watch along with Kashmir, because, you know, he's got some really interesting takes as well. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Thank you for joining. Ben Newman says he thinks there would be other boxers being in the same as past boxers if people get reborn. Yeah, I think some fighters will be fighters. You know, if they're reborn again, they'll still be fighters because they love fighting so much. I think Mike Tyson, for example, would always be a fighter because he just loves fighting, don't he? All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'm gonna sign off, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys next week for Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora, and also keep your eyes on the channel because, as I said, I've got a lot more content coming with other content creators in the boxing space. So yeah, there's a lot more coming your way. So keep it locked, keep it tuned in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.